Hey there, I'm going to show you how to create this sparkling silver smoky eye look, which is perfect for everyone, our favorite one before and after. As always, step 1, skin prep. I'm using this cream that looks thick, but as soon as it touches the skin, it melts instantly into the water. It's super lightweight, doesn't feel heavy or sticky, and works well with any foundation. It applies easily and is a great moisturizer for all skin types. Also, I love massaging my hooded lids. I usually do it 10 times on each eye. I saw this trick during a photo shoot with a professional model. I decided to try it and it actually works. Don't worry if you see red spots or red skin. I have super sensitive skin. Just one touch and I turn red, but it fades quickly. Next step, my favorite foundation for Photoshop effect. No matter which brand you use, make sure it says HD on the packaging. HD particles reflect light and help blur the texture. And I'm mixing a light foundation with a hint of yellow, warming it up on the back of my hand, and I apply it on both sides of my jawline, forehead, and chin. Then dab it into the skin with a synthetic brush. Brand doesn't matter. The key is use synthetic brushes for liquids and natural bristles for powders. That's it. They are designed for different purposes, so no need to compare them. They are just different. And now let's talk about blending. So I start from the jawline and move towards the center of the face. That way, I use the excess product from the jawline and keep the center light. Because I'll adding concealer a little bit later, this helps avoid cakey layers under the eyes, especially if you are going to remove all fallouts underneath the eyeshadows. Now I'm going to apply a lightweight concealer to the center of my face. And also, I'm going to use a little bit yellowish concealer just to cover the purple veins today. I gently dab it into a few times and that's it. No need for heavy layers. Time for bronzer. If you're unsure about mixing two different shades of foundation, it's okay, go with a lighter base and add dimension with the bronzer. I'm using a silky smooth powder from YSL in a darker tone for my skin. Also, I use a natural bristles brush for this because synthetic brushes pick up more product. And if your foundation is still a little wet, it can stick and become patchy. I use a big brush to softly warm up and sculpt the face without harsh lines. The goal is a smooth, seamless transition, not deep contouring. Now for the highlight, but without shimmer. Yes, it's so strange. Let's talk about those trendy lavender blushes. So if you're unsure to buy one or not, don't worry, we are going to create that shade ourselves. So I'm using a dusty pink cream blush as a base. Adding a small dot of purple lipstick or pencil or eyeshadow, whatever you have. And something very, very light like a pale foundation or concealer, almost white. I love my palette from Makeup Forever. See, it's almost empty. Can't wait to get the new version. I think that the new one is much more better than I have. Because they have a blushes and highlighter and peachy concealer and contouring. So I guess it's more interesting than that one. Oh, you can also experiment with the white matte eyeshadow. Almost forgot about that option. So, lavender tones help cancel out yellow undertones and give a cool doll-like finish. Apply high on the cheekbones and blend toward the temples for soft definition. No harsh contouring needed. And now set everything with a powder. I'm using a translucent one and apply a generous amount underneath the eye. Since we are going with lots of sparkling eyeshadow and this will catch any fallout. Let's move on to the eye shaping. Tightline the upper lash line with a gel pencil. It's important using gel texture, not wax. So you can also add some to the inner corners if you are not planning to cry today, of course. Tear can ruin the definition. And then take a small brush, dip it into the same pencil, and blend out the line with a gentle horizontal strokes like that. This gel pencil sets and doesn't smudge. Even micellar water struggles with it. Eyeshadow time. Start with a mid-tone matte shade, something just a bit darker than your skin tone. For example, it could be your bronzer. Oh, please don't do that. Grab some products, tap a few times on the back of your hand, and then you can apply it to the lids. That's it. But first, make sure that you have no any excess product, and if you have some creases on the lids, just remove any excess product with your fingertip, and that's it. You can start. So use a side-to-side motion. Don't forget about the nose. We have to return the natural shadows that foundation might cover. So just apply some eyeshadows or bronzer to the sides of your nose. Then pinch your brush and apply the same shade along the low lash line. Perfect! Our base is ready. We have reshaped our eyes and now it's time to sparkle. Let's grab some silver eyeshadows with the big sparkles. Can you imagine how it will shine in the sunlight? Oh my god. So apply it across the lid using your finger. And now let's play with the temperature in our makeup. Add some gold sparkle too. I applied to the inner corners. This way we match silver and golden accessories. I guess it's so trendy. So I use a flat damp brush to apply gold to the inner corners, as I said. Brush off the extra powder from under the eyes. Let's zoom it and add a bit more black pencil above the shimmer. Mascara time. This one is incredible. I have short, thin lashes, but it gives me major volume with no sparkle legs. I actually love it even more after maybe a week when it's slightly dry. It's super manageable, especially for hooded eyes. I look down and apply it from roots to tips. No smudging at all, see? Lastly, lips. I hope so you are ready to experiment. So I use a brown pencil to outline my lips. Smiling while you do this helps avoid enhancing any fine lines. And then I apply a balmy textured lipstick to melt into the line and create a seamless ombre effect. Bold and such a pretty combo. But for those who prefer a classic look, just use the balm alone. Gorgeous, right? This shade flatters every undertone. Just let's go back to the first lip combo. I feel more comfortable today with that. And add a little bit blush. A little bit. Yeah, I'm kidding. Not, of course, a little bit. I love blushes so much. And look at this packaging. While sales make me blush, collection is just so cute. I want to collect them all. Don't ask why. They are super pigmented and smooth. Even on damp foundation, they don't mess things up. Just remember to dab it on the back of your hand first. As you remember, we used silver, gray toned eyeshadows, so they pair beautifully with a pink raspberry blush. I apply it to the cheeks, nose, forehead, and even near the eyes. I mean the outer corners. If you go overboard like I always do, just tap over the area with your foundation brush to tone it down. To finish, I'm adding brows. Sharp and thin today to match the bold lips. What do you think about this look? Would you like to try it, or would you like to customize your own blushes or anything else? Just let me know in the comments because I'm really interested in. Maybe it was really inspired for you. So I love it. It makes me feel strong and confident. Explore who you are. It's the easiest way to experiment because you can always wash it off and go back to being yourself. Anyway, stay fabulous. See you in the next video. Bye.